The Chronicles of Lazlo, the Lazy Bear. Once upon a time in the heart of the enchanting whispering woods, where tall pine trees reached for the sky and the gentle gurgle of a crystal-clear stream filled the air with a soothing melody, there lived a bear named Lazlo. Lazlo was not your typical bear. While most bears were known for their boundless energy, Lazlo was famous for his extraordinary laziness. In the heart of the whispering woods, where the gentle rustle of leaves created a lullaby and the scent of wildflowers perfumed the air, Lazlo the bear spent his cubhood in leisure. Unlike the other bear cubs who eagerly frolicked through the meadows and tumbled in the soft grass, Lazlo found himself more captivated by the art of relaxation. His mother, a diligent and hard-working bear named Marla, had tried everything to instill a sense of industry in her son. She showed Lazlo how to catch fish in the meandering stream that cut through their forest home, demonstrating swift paw movements and the thrill of the hunt. She taught him the ways of foraging, plucking ripe berries from the bushes, and explaining the flavors hidden within each one. She even attempted to teach Lazlo how to climb trees, an essential skill for bears to reach honey-filled beehives. But Lazlo was a bear of a different sort. He found little joy in the hustle and bustle of a bear's life. Instead, he preferred to lounge under the shade of the tallest tree, his round belly rising and falling with each slow breath. His eyes would be half closed in contentment as he watched the world pass by. Marla, perplexed by her son's persistent laziness, would often shake her head in resignation. "Lazlo," she would say with a sigh, "you have the strength and potential to be a great bear, but you waste your days in idleness." Lazlo would merely respond with a sleepy grin, his eyes never fully opening. "Why rush, mother?" he would reply in his slow, deliberate drawl. "The world will still be there tomorrow." The other bear cubs would roll their eyes and giggle as they scampered off to their adventures. They couldn't fathom why Lazlo had no interest in joining their games of chase, wrestling, or hide-and-seek. To Lazlo, these activities seemed frivolous and tiring. As the days turned into weeks and the weeks into months, Lazlo's reputation as the laziest bear in the whispering woods became firmly established. The other animals in the forest often shook their heads in bemusement when they encountered him sprawled out beneath his favorite tree. But what Lazlo lacked in enthusiasm for traditional bear activities, he made up for in other ways. His lethargic nature allowed him to notice things that others often missed: the subtle rustling of a squirrel in the underbrush, the hushed conversations of birds in the treetops, and the soft whispers of the wind as it danced through the leaves. Little did anyone know that Lazlo's laziness concealed a unique talent, a gift that would one day prove invaluable to the forest and its inhabitants. As the seasons shifted and the whispering woods changed its vibrant green attire for the russet hues of autumn, Lazlo's lazy ways showed no signs of abating. The other bear cubs had grown into strong, agile adolescents, their muscles honed from hours of play and their minds sharpened by countless adventures. But Lazlo remained an enigma, his languorous disposition unwavering. Lazlo's friends, now nearly full-grown bears, would often engage in spirited contests of strength, speed, and agility. They would wrestle in the meadows, testing their might as they playfully grappled with one another. They would race through the woods, leaves crunching beneath their powerful paws as they vied for the title of the fastest bear. They would even climb the tallest trees to reach the beehives, savoring the sweet rewards of their daring endeavors. Each time Lazlo was invited to join in, he would offer nothing more than a languid yawn and a nonchalant wave of his paw. "I think I'll pass," he'd mumble, his voice as slow as molasses. "Looks like too much work." His friends would exchange amused glances, shaking their heads in disbelief. They couldn't understand how Lazlo could be content with such a sedentary existence when there was so much excitement to be had in the forest. One sunny afternoon, as Lazlo lay half dozing under his favorite tree, his closest friend, a bear named Grizzle, approached with a mischievous twinkle in his eye. Grizzle had always been the most adventurous of the bunch, and he had a particular fondness for playing pranks. "Hey, Lazlo," Grizzle called out, "how about a friendly game of hide-and-seek? I'll be the seeker, and you can hide. It'll be a piece of honey cake for you." Lazlo blinked lazily at Grizzle, considering the offer. Hide-and-seek, while requiring some effort to hide, did have the advantage of being a game that allowed him to remain stationary for the most part. After a moment of contemplation, Lazlo nodded slowly. "All right, Grizzle," he said, his voice dripping with apathy. "I'll hide. You count to 100 while I find the perfect spot." Grizzle, always up for a challenge, eagerly agreed. He began to count aloud, and Lazlo lumbered off in search of a suitable hiding place. Little did they know that this seemingly ordinary game of hide-and-seek would lead to an unexpected turn of events and reveal Lazlo's hidden talent to the forest. Lazlo, despite his laziness, possessed a remarkable and almost supernatural ability, one that set him apart from the other bears in the Whispering Woods. It was a gift bestowed upon him by the very forest he loved to lounge in, the ability to listen to the secrets whispered by the trees. As Lazlo wandered through the forest, searching for the perfect hiding spot, he felt the familiar presence of the towering pine trees around him. He had always been drawn to their towering majesty, and they, in turn, seemed to have a fondness for him. It was as if they sensed his unique gift and had chosen him as their confidant. As he approached a massive oak tree, Lazlo slowed to a stop, his keen senses picking up on a soft, murmuring sound, a sound that no other bear could hear. The oak tree was whispering to him, its voice as gentle as the rustling leaves in the breeze. "Lazlo," it seemed to say, "I know a secret path that leads to the sweetest patch of blueberries you've ever tasted." Lazlo blinked his heavy eyelids and regarded the oak tree with intrigue. "Do you now?" he murmured in response. "Well then, old friend, won't you be so kind as to share that secret with me?" The oak tree, its branches swaying as if nodding in agreement, revealed the hidden path to Lazlo. He listened carefully, committing every twist and turn to memory. Blueberries were one of Lazlo's favorite snacks, and the thought of a secret stash piqued his interest. Meanwhile, Grizzle continued counting, oblivious to the secret exchange happening between Lazlo and the oak tree. When Grizzle finally reached 100 and declared, "Ready or not, here I come," Lazlo was nowhere to be seen. Grizzle searched high and low, calling out Lazlo's name and checking all the usual hiding spots. But Lazlo was nowhere to be found. As Grizzle grew more frustrated, he began to enlist the help of other bears to locate his elusive friend. Word spread through the whispering woods that Lazlo had somehow vanished into thin air. Hours turned into a day, and the forest was abuzz with concern. The bears, normally so adept at navigating their woodland home, were at a loss. It was then that one of Lazlo's friends, a wise old owl named Orla, recalled a story she had heard about Lazlo's strange ability to communicate with the trees. Orla flew to the tallest pine tree she could find and hooted a message to the forest. "Lazlo, if you can hear us, we need your help. Grizzle is beside himself with worry, and we can't find you anywhere. Please, if you know where you are, give us a sign." Lazlo, who had been enjoying the sweet blueberries from the secret patch, heard Orla's message carried on the wind. With a slow and deliberate stretch, he rose to his feet and headed back to where he knew Grizzle was searching. The forest had finally come to realize that Lazlo's unique gift was not a curse of laziness, but a blessing in disguise, a gift that would one day prove invaluable to the Whispering Woods and its inhabitants. Lazlo's life was about to take a surprising turn as he embraced his true calling as the forest's protector. Lazlo returned to where Grizzle was frantically searching for him. Grizzle's relief was palpable as he saw his friend emerge from behind a tree, a nonchalant smile on Lazlo's face. "There you are, Lazlo," Grizzle exclaimed, his anxiety giving way to joy. "We were so worried. How did you manage to hide so well?" Lazlo's response was slow and deliberate. "Oh, I found a nice spot to relax, and the forest whispered a good hiding place to me." Grizzle blinked in confusion. "The forest whispered to you? What do you mean?" Lazlo, realizing he had let slip a part of his unique gift, decided it was time to share his secret with his closest friend. He beckoned Grizzle to sit beside him beneath the towering oak tree that had revealed the blueberry patch to him earlier. "Grizzle," Lazlo began, "I have a special connection with the forest, especially the trees. They talk to me, share their secrets, and guide me to hidden treasures. I can hear their whispers." Grizzle's eyes widened with amazement. He had known Lazlo for years, but this revelation took him by surprise. "You mean the trees are like your friends?" Lazlo nodded. "Yes, they are my friends, and they have a lot to say if you know how to listen. Today, it was the oak tree that helped me find this blueberry patch. But there's more to it than just finding snacks. I think I can use this gift to help the forest in other ways too." Grizzle was intrigued. He had always admired Lazlo's unique perspective, and now it seemed that this unusual gift might have a greater purpose. "What do you mean, Lazlo? How can you help the forest?" Lazlo's eyes sparkled with newfound determination. "I think I can help protect the forest. If the trees share their secrets with me, I can use that knowledge to keep the Whispering Woods safe from harm." We can be the forest's protectors, Grizzle. Grizzle was on board immediately. He understood the importance of preserving their home, and with Lazlo's gift, they had an advantage no other bears could claim. The two friends set out on a mission to learn as much as they could from the trees, deciphering their whispers and cataloging their secrets. As the seasons passed, Lazlo and Grizzle's bond grew stronger, and their knowledge of the forest deepened. Lazlo's gift proved to be invaluable time and time again. He helped the bears find new sources of food, avoid dangerous areas, and navigate through the changing landscape. The Whispering Woods had found its protectors, and they were an unlikely pair, one bear who had once been known as the laziest in the woods, and another who had always been the most adventurous. Word of Lazlo's gift spread throughout the forest, and animals of all kinds came to seek his guidance. The Whispering Woods had a guardian, and it was none other than the once lazy bear who had found his purpose in the most unexpected way. Little did Lazlo and Grizzle know that their greatest challenge was yet to come, an event that would test their friendship and their dedication to protecting the forest. As the Whispering Pines foretold, a shadow was falling over the Whispering Woods, one that threatened to change their world forever. As the days grew shorter and the leaves turned vibrant shades of red and gold, the Whispering Woods seemed to hold its breath in anticipation of the looming threat. The shadow that had been foretold was none other than a group of loggers who had set their sights on the ancient trees of the forest. These loggers, driven by the promise of profit, cared little for the beauty and harmony of the woods. They arrived with their axes and saws, their heavy machinery, and a determination to clear vast swaths of the forest for timber. The peaceful tranquility of the Whispering Woods was shattered by the cacophony of chainsaws and the relentless thudding of falling trees. Marla, Lazlo's mother, could not bear to see the destruction of their home. She knew that their beloved forest, with its majestic trees and delicate balance of life, was in grave danger. She had always been a bear of action, one who believed in protecting what was dear to her heart. With tears in her eyes, Marla approached Lazlo, who had been lazing in the shade of an ancient oak tree. "Lazlo," she implored, her voice filled with urgency, "we must do something to stop these loggers from destroying our home." Lazlo, roused from his deep slumber, was surprised by the urgency of the situation. He had grown comfortable with his role as the forest's guide, but he had never faced a threat like this before. With a newfound determination, he decided to take action. Gathering Grizzle and their closest friends, Lazlo shared his plan. He explained that the forest had shared its secrets with him over the years, and now it was time to use that knowledge to protect their home. The other bears were hesitant at first, unsure if Lazlo's unorthodox methods would be effective, but they trusted their friend's unique gift. Under Lazlo's guidance, the group set out on a quest to confront the loggers and persuade them to spare the forest. They moved silently through the woods, guided by Lazlo's whispered advice and the hidden paths he had learned from the trees. As they approached the loggers' camp, they observed the devastation firsthand, the fallen trees, the uprooted earth, and the disarray left in the loggers' wake. The loggers, burly men with axes and saws, were initially hostile and dismissive of the bear's pleas. They saw the forest as nothing more than a source of profit and had little concern for its well-being. But Lazlo, with his calm demeanor and persuasive words, began to chip away at their resistance. He spoke of the ancient trees, the delicate balance of nature, and the countless animals that called the Whispering Woods their home. He told stories of the forest's history and the wisdom that had been passed down through generations. Slowly but surely, the loggers began to listen. Grizzle, too, added his voice to the plea, recounting the adventures he had shared with Lazlo and their friends in the forest. He spoke of the beauty and magic of the Whispering Woods, urging the loggers to reconsider their destructive path. As the sun dipped below the horizon, a profound change came over the loggers. They began to see the forest not as a commodity to exploit but as a living, breathing entity that deserved their respect and protection. The leader of the loggers, a gruff man named Hank, finally spoke up. "Lazlo, Grizzle," he said, his voice tinged with regret, "we've been blind to the beauty of this place. We've been so focused on profit that we've forgotten the value of nature itself. We'll pack up our equipment and leave the Whispering Woods in peace." Lazlo and Grizzle exchanged a glance of relief and gratitude. The forest had been saved, thanks to their unique combination of talents, Lazlo's gift for listening to the trees and Grizzle's gift for storytelling and persuasion. As the loggers departed, the Whispering Woods seemed to breathe a sigh of relief. The ancient trees stood tall and proud, the animals of the forest rejoiced, and Lazlo had found a new purpose beyond his idleness. He had become the protector of the forest, and his legend would be told for generations to come. With the loggers having departed, the Whispering Woods returned to its peaceful state. The ancient trees stood tall and proud, their branches swaying gently in the breeze as if in appreciation of Lazlo and his friends' efforts to save their home. The animals of the forest, from the smallest squirrels to the mightiest deer, rejoiced, knowing that their sanctuary had been preserved. Lazlo, once the laziest bear in the woods, had emerged as its unlikely hero. He had found his true purpose as the protector of the forest, using his unique gift to keep the Whispering Woods safe from harm. His friends, including Grizzle, had newfound respect for Lazlo, recognizing the importance of his role. But Lazlo's transformation from a bear of leisure to a bear of action was not without its challenges. He had grown accustomed to his relaxed lifestyle, and the responsibilities of protecting the forest brought new demands and pressures. Yet, Lazlo embraced his role wholeheartedly, determined to do everything in his power to safeguard the place he loved. Under Lazlo's guidance, the bears of the Whispering Woods began to take a more active role in preserving their home. They organized patrols to monitor the forest's borders, ensuring that no new threats would emerge. They also held gatherings to share knowledge and stories, strengthening the sense of community among the forest's inhabitants. Grizzle, who had always been the most adventurous of the bears, took on the role of storyteller. He recounted the tale of Lazlo's awakening and their successful mission to save the forest from the loggers. His stories inspired the younger generation of bears, filling them with a sense of pride and purpose. As the seasons cycled through, Lazlo continued to listen to the forest's whispers, learning its secrets and hidden paths. He discovered hidden springs that provided fresh water during the driest of summers and identified plants with medicinal properties that could heal the forest's inhabitants when they were sick or injured. Lazlo's knowledge became a valuable resource, and animals of all kinds sought his guidance. One day, as Lazlo and Grizzle were wandering through the woods, they encountered a family of rabbits in distress. Their burrow had collapsed in a sudden storm, and they were left without shelter. Lazlo, with his newfound wisdom, knew of a hidden and safe underground cavern nearby. With Grizzle's help in communicating their plan, the bears and rabbits worked together to construct a new burrow in the hidden cavern. Lazlo's guidance ensured that it was sturdy and secure, offering protection from both the elements and predators. The grateful rabbits sang songs of thanks to Lazlo, their savior and protector of the forest. News of Lazlo's deeds continued to spread throughout the Whispering Woods, and animals from all corners came to seek his wisdom and assistance. The forest had truly found its protector in Lazlo, the bear who had once been known as the laziest in the woods. As Lazlo and Grizzle watched over their forest home, they knew that their work was far from over. The Whispering Woods would face new challenges and threats in the future, but with Lazlo as its guardian and Grizzle as its storyteller, the forest would always have defenders ready to rise to the occasion. And so, Lazlo's legacy as the forest's protector continued to grow, ensuring that the Whispering Woods would thrive for generations to come. The once lazy bear had found his purpose, and in doing so, he had become a hero, not just to the bears, but to all the creatures of the forest. As the years passed, Lazlo's reputation as the forest's protector continued to grow. The Whispering Woods thrived under his watchful gaze, and its beauty and serenity remained untouched by external threats. Lazlo's unique gift for listening to the forest's whispers proved invaluable time and time again. Under Lazlo's guidance, the animals of the Whispering Woods had formed a strong and united community. They worked together to maintain the delicate balance of the forest, ensuring that all creatures, from the tiniest insects to the mightiest bears, had a place to call home. Grizzle, Lazlo's closest friend and trusted companion, continued to share tales of their adventures and the forest's rich history. His storytelling brought the animals of the forest closer together, instilling a sense of pride and belonging in each of them. The younger generations of bears grew up hearing stories of Lazlo's heroics, and many aspired to follow in his footsteps. Lazlo's fame extended beyond the borders of the Whispering Woods. Animals from neighboring forests sought his wisdom and guidance, knowing that his knowledge was unparalleled. He became a respected figure among the forest creatures, known not just for his unique gift, but also for his kindness and willingness to help others. One day, a young fox named Fiona arrived in the Whispering Woods, seeking Lazlo's assistance. Her forest home was under threat from a raging wildfire, and she had heard of Lazlo's ability to predict and navigate natural disasters. Lazlo, with Grizzle by his side, listened to the whispers of the forest and discovered a hidden underground river that would serve as a refuge from the approaching flames. With Lazlo's guidance, Fiona and her fellow foxes found safety in the underground sanctuary until the wildfire had passed. News of Lazlo's heroic efforts to save Fiona's forest spread far and wide. He became known not just as the protector of the Whispering Woods, but as a symbol of hope and inspiration for all forest creatures facing adversity. As Lazlo and Grizzle grew older, they continued their mission of safeguarding the Whispering Woods. They mentored the next generation of bears, teaching them the ways of the forest and the importance of its preservation. Lazlo's gift for listening to the trees was passed down, ensuring that the forest secrets would always be heard and heeded. With each passing season, the Whispering Woods flourished, and Lazlo's legacy grew stronger. The once lazy bear had found his purpose and had become a hero not just to the creatures of the forest, but to all who heard his story. And so, the Chronicles of Lazlo, the lazy bear, came to a close, with a tale of transformation, friendship, and the enduring power of the natural world. Lazlo's journey from idleness to purpose had inspired generations to come, reminding them that even the most unlikely heroes could rise to the occasion when it truly mattered. As the Whispering Woods continued to whisper its secrets to Lazlo, the lazy bear turned protector, he knew that his work was never truly done. But he faced each new day with a sense of purpose and contentment, knowing that he had found his place in the world as the guardian of the forest he loved so dearly.